Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's try out one of Dharma's new ice dye colors called Blood Moon. To try out this color, I'm going to do an incline twist on this shirt. So I'm going to grab the shirt just a little bit below the armpit of the shirt, lift the shirt up off the table, and I'm going to start to twist it. I think these incline twists are a great design to see all the color splits in a new dye color. When the shirt is at an incline and it's twisted in this long design, it allows the dye to flow down the shirt and all of the colors in that dye color to split out. So I personally really like this design to show all the color splits in a new dye color. Once I had the shirt twisted, I placed it down inside of a piece of vinyl guttering, tied a piece of kite string around the end, and then attached the other end of the kite string to the guttering with a metal clip. This will keep the shirt from sliding out of the guttering once I incline it. For this shirt, I'm going to apply the dye over the top of the ice. So I'm going to begin by adding some ice to the top of my shirt. And I want to make sure I cover the entire shirt with ice. So as I'm applying the ice to the top of the shirt, you'll see me kind of push it down to try to really pack the ice on top of the shirt. For some of these shirts, there's not a lot of space between the top of the shirt and the top of the guttering. So if you kind of press that ice down, you can pack a little bit more ice on the shirt. Before I apply the dye, I'm going to go ahead and put the shirt at an incline. And to do that, I'm using a 66 quart tall-sided plastic tote. And I'm going to place one end of the vinyl guttering down inside of the tote and leave the other end hanging off the edge. That's going to place the shirt in an incline. I want to go ahead and do some touch-up work on my ice before I apply the dye as well. I want to make sure all the fabric is covered up. Now I'm going to generously sprinkle the Blood Moon over the top of the ice. I'm going to add an additional sprinkle of dry soda ash over the top, and then I'm going to place the shirt aside and allow the ice to melt. I placed the shirt aside and allowed the ice to melt. And after the ice melted, I came back and I had some darker areas on the shirt where the dye hadn't dissolved all the way. So to avoid having some large chunks of dark like dye right in that area, I keep some soda ash solution inside of a spray bottle, and I sprayed those areas with the soda ash solution and tried to get that dye to dissolve. You can also add just a little bit more ice to that area if you want to and see if you can get some more of that dye to dissolve. It's a little bit harder when the shirt is at an incline to keep the ice in those specific areas. So I've found that using the soda ash solution works really well. I left the shirt at an incline for a few more hours, and then I took the shirt out of the piece of vinyl guttering, placed it inside of a tote that has a metal rack in the bottom, placed the lid on the tote, and put it outside for the shirt to process in the heat. After 48 hours, I began rinsing it. I started rinsing the shirt in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. Then because the shirt isn't tied, I just went ahead and warmed the water up to hot and continued rinsing in hot water to try to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. Instead of rinsing for a long time, I ran some really hot water in my utility sink, added a little bit of Blue Dawn dish soap to the water, placed the shirt inside, and allowed it to soak. When the water cooled off, I changed it out, and I continued that soaking process until my water was remaining almost clear. Then I placed the shirt along with some Dharma's professional textile detergent into my washing machine, and I washed it using a hot water cycle. Okay, so the shirt has been washed, dried, and ironed, and let's see what this color looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think this is a really cool color. I ended up with more of like an orangey red, kind of I don't know, not as orangey as terracotta, but it is more of a rusty orange red rather than like a more purpley bright red, I guess. I just have various shades of red. I have some grays and blue grays in this shirt. It's just really pretty. I was not quite expecting these colors. I don't really know what I was expecting. I mean, I think Blood Moon is a perfect name for this color though, because I think it's really pretty and I think it's very representative of a blood moon. I guess the color's more kind of like pagoda red. And then I'm also getting some peachy type shades, some coral shades. Like I said, there's quite a few color splits in this shirt or in this dye color. Along with trying out Blood Moon for the first time, I'm also trying out a Comfort Colors shirt. I haven't ever dyed a Comfort Colors. I think the the style number is G1717. I ordered this one from Amazon because I just kind of wanted to try a Comfort Colors shirt, see what they're like, see if they're softer, see how they fit compared to like a Gildan Ultra Cotton shirt. And for the most part, I'm really happy with it. It dyed up really nicely. The colors are nice and vibrant. It's a 100% cotton shirt. And like I said, I ordered this one from Amazon, but I went out to one of the wholesale places where I buy shirts and kind of compared the sizes between the Comfort Colors and the Gildan Ultra Cotton. And according to the size charts on the wholesale place, the Comfort Colors is supposed to have a 1/2 inch shorter sleeve than the Ultra Cotton shirt. And it's supposed to be 1/4 of an inch shorter in the body. But that's not really what I ended up with. I mean, maybe my Gildan Ultra Cotton shirt shrank just a little bit because when I was finished dyeing them, I dyed a different design on the Ultra Cotton shirt, but I held them up to each other. And the Comfort Colors shirt is just a little bit longer, not enough that it would make any difference. Maybe like 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch longer, but it is softer. It says that it's a ring spun cotton, and so it does feel a little softer than the Ultra Cotton shirt. I think as far as the fit, I think they're both kind of boxy, so I don't know that that's a huge difference between the Comfort Colors and the Ultra Cotton shirt. But there is a difference in the fabric. I also checked, the Comfort Colors shirt is supposed to be 6.1 ounces and the Ultra Cotton shirt is 6 ounces. So the Comfort Colors is a little bit thicker and heavier as well. So I'm really pleased with the Comfort Colors shirt. However, I mean, they are quite a bit more per shirt than the Gildan Ultra Cotton shirts. So I kind of have to keep that in mind as well. But I know lots of you guys have favorite shirts that you use. Drop me a comment down below and let me know. Do you like the Comfort Colors? Do you like another brand of shirt that fits kind of like this? I'm always looking for new shirts to try. I mean, I'm not giving up on the Gildan Ultra Cotton shirts. I still really like those because they're thick enough. They hold the folds really well. But I'd love to know what your opinions are on different t-shirts. Also, what do you think about this color? Because like I said, I love the design, love the color, and I think it's really cool. Drop me some comments about the color down below too. If you've used it on something, if you've made a shirt with Blood Moon, what you paired it with. I would love to know what would be a fun color to pair this with. And if you've enjoyed the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.